So, how did Adele go from a modest flat in London to living in the kind of wealth most people can't even imagine? What does she really spend her millions on? And how has she managed to keep so much of it hidden from the spotlight? This isn't just a story about music, it's a story about power, privacy, and one of the most unexpected financial empires in modern entertainment. Adele's $250 million net worth is more than just a number. It's a testament to how talent, timing, and a fiercely guarded personal life can come together to build a fortune few saw coming. While the world sang along to her heartbreak ballads and emotionally raw anthems, Adele was quietly stacking millions behind the scenes. She wasn't just selling records, she was rewriting the rules of what it means to be a global superstar in the modern age. From private estates worth tens of millions to a Las Vegas residency raking in $2 million per night, luxury cars, designer fashion, and smart business decisions few ever hear about, Adele's lifestyle is every bit as astonishing as her voice. In this deep dive, we're pulling back the curtain on how she turned heartache into a global empire and fame into one of the most quietly extravagant lives in show business. Adele Laurie Blue Adkins, yep, that's her full name, isn't just one of the most powerful voices in music today, she's also one of the wealthiest. Born on May 5, 1988, in Tottenham, London, Adele's journey from a regular girl in a working-class neighborhood to a global superstar is nothing short of legendary. As of 2025, she's sitting on an estimated net worth of around $250 million. And honestly, with her kind of talent, it's no surprise. So how did she get there? What's behind that massive fortune? It all started with her music, of course. Adele's debut album, 19, came out in 2008 and gave us all a glimpse of what was to come. But it was 21 that really changed everything. That album exploded, over 31 million copies sold worldwide, and earned her 6 Grammy Awards in just one night. 6! Her next album, 25, kept the momentum going, with over 20 million copies sold and another armful of Grammys. Then came 30, a raw and emotional deep dive into her life post-divorce. Each album was like a chapter of her life, and millions of people tuned in to everyone. But record sales are just one part of the story. What else is filling up Adele's bank account? Touring has brought in a ridiculous amount of money. Her live shows are consistently sold out, and fans travel across the world just to see her sing live. And let's talk about her Las Vegas residency. That alone is a cash machine. Adele reportedly makes between $1.75 million and $2 million per show, and the entire residency is expected to bring in over $50 million by the end of 2025. That's more than some artists make in a lifetime. But the money trail doesn't stop there. She's also built a mini empire behind the scenes. Through her company, Melted Stone Publishing, Adele takes control of her music royalties and touring profits. Basically, she's not just the voice. You better believe she's the boss too. On top of that, she's made some smart moves with real estate. Her property portfolio is worth a fortune, and she owns homes that most of us can only dream about. Speaking of real estate, what kind of places does Adele call home? One of her most talked about purchases is a $58 million mansion in Beverly Hills, which she bought in 2021. It's got everything you'd expect from a home with that kind of price tag: massive gardens, a private screening room, and even a statue of Rocky from when the house was owned by Sylvester Stallone. She also owns 3 other neighboring homes in Beverly Hills, which she's reportedly combining into one mega compound. And let's not forget her properties in London and Malibu. Basically, if Adele ever wanted to disappear off the grid, she's got plenty of luxury places to hide out in. But aside from homes, what kind of stuff does Adele actually spend her money on? She's got a taste for the finer things, but she keeps it classy. Adele's known to have a love for designer fashion, rocking pieces from brands like Givenchy and Armani on red carpets. And when it comes to bags, think Hermès Birkins, Chanel Classics, and Louis Vuitton staples. Some of these bags can cost anywhere from $10,000 to over $100,000. Yeah, that's the price of a car. Or two. Speaking of cars, what's in her garage? Adele's car collection isn't over-the-top flashy, but it's definitely luxurious. She's been seen driving around in a Range Rover Vogue, a Porsche Cayenne, and an Audi Q7. There are also rumours she owns a Bentley Continental GT and maybe even a Rolls-Royce Ghost. These aren't wild sports cars, but they're top-tier comfort and style, just like Adele. And she doesn't stop at bags and cars. Adele's a fan of high-end watches like Rolex and Cartier. She's been spotted wearing a Rolex Date Just and a Cartier Tank, classic, timeless pieces that suit her low-key but sophisticated vibe. On top of that, she's said to spend on self-care in a big way. That includes some of the best personal trainers, nutritionists, stylists, and wellness experts money can buy. After her much-talked-about transformation, it's clear she's investing in her health, not just her wardrobe. But with all this wealth, what keeps Adele grounded? That's the thing about Adele. She's rich, she's famous, but she still feels real. She grew up in a single-parent household in Tottenham and never forgot her roots. She talks openly about how money was never the goal. It was always about the music. And even now, with millions in the bank and homes all over the globe, she keeps her personal life mostly private. She's a mum first, a superstar second. She shares her son Angelo with her ex-husband Simon Konecki, and now she's engaged to Rich Paul, a top-tier sports agent. Together they keep things pretty chill and out of the spotlight. So yeah, Adele's living the high life, but does she give back too? Absolutely. She's incredibly generous when it comes to causes she believes in. During her 2011 tour, she raised over $13,000 for SANS, a charity supporting families affected by stillbirth and neonatal death. She's also supported an ex-husband that works to provide clean drinking water in underdeveloped countries. That's real impact, and it doesn't stop there. She's performed for MusiCares, helped fund AIDS research through Keep a Child Alive, and shown love and support for the LGBTQ+ community, including performing at Pride London. She's also backed campaigns from Amnesty International and is known for quietly making large donations without much public fuss. That's the thing with Adele. She's not about performative giving. She gives because she cares. With all this fame and success, what's next for Adele? Well, that's the thing. No one really knows, and that's part of the magic. Adele doesn't rush out albums just to stay relevant. She releases music when she's lived enough life to say something meaningful. That's why each record feels like an event. Fans are always waiting, and somehow she always delivers. Whether it's another album, a world tour, or more Vegas shows, whatever she does next, people will show up in droves. And beyond the music, what does she want her legacy to be? More than just the awards or the riches, Adele wants to be known for keeping it real. Her songs connect because they come from a real place. Heartbreak, healing, motherhood, self-worth. She writes and sings about it all with raw honesty, and that's what people love her for. She's not trying to be perfect, she's just trying to be herself, and that's more than enough. So yeah, Adele has money, tons of it. She's got mansions, designer everything, fancy cars, and a killer watch collection. But more than that, she's got heart. She's used her voice not just to build a career, but to move people, to make a difference, and to stay grounded in a world that often encourages anything but. Whether she's belting out ballads on stage, raising her son, or supporting a cause behind the scenes. Adele is proof that you can be mega rich, ultra famous, and still be real. And in a world full of hype and filters, that might just be her most valuable asset of all.